Hi, I'm Ken Reel, CEO of the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and today we have a special edition of the Love Cape Ann Report. We are going to talk about the Cape Ann license plate. And here with me this afternoon, if you introduce yourself, please.
My name is Pat Slade, and I'm the 2018 president of the Cape Ann Chamber.
And I'm Ruth Pino. I'm the president of the Cape Ann Community Foundation.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome. This is very exciting. We've got big news to talk about this afternoon. So who wants to start in on what's going on?
Well, just a little history. We had a public contest for the logo or the symbols that we've used in the license plate back around 2014, 2015. And we've been on the road for just about 2 years and 1,500 plates on the road, but we need more plates in order to grow what the foundation can do for nonprofits in the community.
It's really fun. You see more license plates on the road, it seems like every day. Even driving off of Cape Ann now, it's so fun to see plates in like Danvers
I've noticed
and
that.
further away.
We're at the mall.
Yeah, right.
It's very exciting because, as everyone knows, it's a Massachusetts license plate. But when you have one, it just says something about Cape Ann, that you either live here or you love it here.
Exactly. So, we're about 2 years in, and so we're all on the foundation board. And of course, you're president of the board, Ruth, and we've waited to about this time to launch this very exciting event. The board has intentionally held back the very low number of license plates. So numbers 1 to 100 are right now being auctioned off. It started on Monday, August 20th, and it's going to go through Labor Day. And they're all available online at lovecapeann.com. And we already have some opening bids.
Well, what's really fun is that part of our marketing, we sent information about the auction to all the people who own second homes on Cape Ann in all 4 communities. And as a result, our first bidders don't live on Cape Ann.
Yeah.
They own a home here, but they live elsewhere.
And they love to be here.
And they love to be here, and they want a Cape Ann license plate, and they're willing to pay quite a bit of money, actually, for the low numbers.
Right, and the proceeds, what's really important for everybody to understand is the proceeds go back to the Cape Ann community. And maybe we could digress for a minute and just talk about what some of the proceeds have been used for to date. Pat, if you want to give a little update on what we did this
we've
year.
had, just this last round, we had the Manchester Essex Regional High School Green Team. Money went towards their purchase of greenhouses, which extends their growing season, and they'll be able to they're putting together some curriculum in order to use those greenhouses for kids from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. So it's exciting that we're sort of on the ground floor of that initiative for kids to be able to use those, greenhouses in their classroom work. And we have the Art Haven down in Gloucester and on Main Street, and we went to visit them, and it was exciting to drop their check off that day and see the kids actually doing and participating in art programs that they have there. So it was exciting. It was fun to watch the kids. Let me see, who else have we had?
One of my favorites is the grant we gave to the Sawyer Free Library.
Oh, that's right.
It was a project to create a grant resource hub for Cape Ann area nonprofits. There are a lot of grant opportunities out there, and oftentimes we don't know where to start. And so what they're trying to do is establish a hub of within the library where someone can go and see what's out there for grants for their organization.
Yeah, and I'll talk about one, the coming together of our 2 adventure organizations. We have Project Adventure, based out of Beverly. The director there is Richard Ross, a good friend of mine, and he's done a wonderful job with that organization. And then we have Schooner Adventure, and Captain Stefan Edict, and what a great job he's doing with that whole organization. So they put a grant together to develop some new curriculum for both of those organizations. So we have Project Adventure teaming up with Schooner Adventure to talk about kind of outdoor education, experiential education. And
It's a wonderful collaborative.
I thought that was a really neat idea. So that
great.
was fun to see. How about there were a couple of others this year too?
We had the Rockport
Exchange.
Rockport Exchange, and we had that is a program for providing fresh food from local farms and producers to the communities.
Yeah.
And not only the people in Rockport go attend those markets, but other people from Cape Ann. So it's great that we're extending that and providing, a place for farmers, local people, to sell their produce.
Yeah. What Sarah Kelly has done with Rockport Exchange and what she's done for Rockport is really amazing. Completely volunteer effort. And she's pulled together, she's created this organization, and she now runs Harvest Fest on Motif #1 and the Rockport Farmers Market. It's just truly amazing what she does. As many volunteers do around Cape Ann, we would not nearly be the vibrant community that we are without our volunteer base. And she's just such a great example to us all as to what you can do when you really put your mind to
No
it.
matter how many volunteers you have, sometimes you still need a little seed money.
Exactly.
And
right.
that's what we can provide as the foundation in the future.
Exactly.
So we've become an important resource for local nonprofits, and we see that as growing over time. The other grant we gave this year was to the Open Door, and the program is actually named after someone. There's a story behind that, but it's to provide community nutrition workshops for Cape Ann area seniors. It's an important category of our citizens because oftentimes elders are home alone and they're not cooking very much, and it gives them an idea of how to continue with that even as they age.
Yeah, some really great, some great projects this year. And last year we had 3 recipients as well. And just quickly to touch on those 3.
One was for Action. It was seed money for them to have a career path toward healthcare jobs. The other one was to Backyard Growers, who actually got the most amount of money last year. And it was their program was called Backyard Growers Farm to School. It was to raise or do more work in the schools. And the Cape Ann Farmers Market, supporting them with the 3rd grant last year.
So $24,000 over 2 years, the first 2 years that this organization, the Cape Ann Community Foundation, has been in existence. That's pretty darn good. And it's all because of the Cape Ann license plate. And so that's what we've talked about mostly on this segment, where the money goes. And that's the most important takeaway on this, is that the license plate funds nonprofits and educational initiatives on Cape Ann. So
and it's a leg up or a hand for the nonprofits that do a lot of work, looking for money to support their programs. And it's nice to have the license plate so that you not only can show how much you love Cape Ann, but that turns into something good on the other side.
Exactly
Right.
And
Well, the 3 of us have a plate, and I always say this, that we have a plate, at least I personally have a plate, because I want people to know I'm from here, and I live here, and I support here.
Yeah.
But the bonus is the little bit of extra money I pay on my registry fee goes back to the community.
Right.
To me, that's the bonus.
Right.
And I think most people who are probably participating in the auction right now, it's not that they don't care about where the money's going. Of course they do.
Right.
But I think they want a plate that says they care about Cape
They
Ann.
love the region, right? I was driving around Cape Cod, I say it quietly, Cape Cod, earlier this year, and I was so happy to be driving a Cape Ann license plate, because we see Cape and the Island plates all the time.
I've seen a lot of
Anywhere you
times.
go.
Yeah.
It's by far the most popular plate in Massachusetts, and frankly, maybe in the country. It's a huge success story.
Well, it was the first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that
Yeah.
says a lot
Yeah.
for that.
And
And most
also
people don't change
originates
them.
from the Chamber of Commerce
Right.
down there, and they've done an
Right.
incredible job with that. And we've had great connections with them. They've actually helped us with the Cape Ann plate. But it's fun to be driving our plate around now,
It's
around the other Cape. So a lot of great stuff going on. The online auction, again, goes until Labor Day. And you can check it out at lovecapeann.com and get your bids in. The bidding is starting to heat up now, and as you get closer to the end date, it's going to get hopefully wild and frenzied. And remember,
so.
the proceeds go back to the Cape Ann community.
And just as a reminder, Gloucester's celebrating its 400th anniversary in 1623. Wouldn't it be great to have 10,000 plates on the road by
That
then?
would be awesome. And just think where those
That would
proceeds
be.
would go. Yeah, it all goes back to Gloucester and Cape Ann. Well, I think that's it, ladies. Anything else you want to close on?
No, I just want to make sure that people go to the website and check those numbers out and pick a number.
Well, you can go to lovekpn.com to see the auction. If you don't necessarily care or want to spend the money on an auction for the low number plates, you can still get a plate.
Exactly right.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
remember that.
Good point, Ruth. And so the way that it's set up right now is on the home page, on top of the page, the online auction is right there. But if you just scroll down a little bit,
Yeah.
there's information as to how to
Right.
get just a regular plate, which is only $40. And
So you can order the plate online in that example, and they mail you the plate.
right, you do
So
not
there's-
need to go to the registry. It's so easy, and it comes to
is.
you in about a week. It's fast
It
and
does.
easy.
You don't
Yeah.
have to turn those old plates in anymore.
Right. Put them on your mantle. Don't tell the registry. All right. Thanks very much.
Thank
That's it
you.
for now.
Thank you, Ken.